I don't care what you think. I'm the moneymaker here.
All right. Welcome to Pop In for Pop Culture. Thanks for popping by. I'm Hillary MacDonald.
And I'm Tanya Cruz, and here's what's poppin'.
Tanya, I will tell you what's popping. The Biebz got arrested. It happened. It went down last night. Well, this morning, I guess, actually, at 4 a.m. He got arrested for a DUI and for drag racing in Miami. If you've been following the Biebz, he's been doing so many terrible things in the past 6 months, from urinating in buckets at restaurants, spitting over balconies onto fans, and just being a... I can't curse on this show, but he's just being you-know-what, is what I'm saying. Basically, what happened last night, he arranged, I can only assume, that to drag race in a residential area. So this had some planning, I can only imagine. And he was under the influence of what they believed to be alcohol and drugs, and then also resisted arrest whenever the police came to shut the whole thing down. So now he's on his way to jail. And what we find kind of funny about all of this is that Bieber's mom yesterday was going publicly and saying that she wants people to pray for her son. And so, what do you think about this, Tanya?
As much as I respect what she's saying, a part of me is just thinking, where was the concern for him 6 months ago when all this was going down? When it was starting, when he was disrespecting fans, when he was urinating in odd places, where was the concern then? Because you know what? God knows she was not promoting her book, because that was so 2012, okay? I don't know.
What was that book even called? Honestly. Oh, gosh.
I have no idea.
And Bieber's mom, I guess if you just kind of look back in the family history, she had drug abuse issues when she was young, too. So, it's kind of interesting that, I don't know, he's young, I guess. He's reckless. Do we say he has drug issues? Or is he just, abusing them right now? So
I feel just knowing that, I feel as a mother, you might be a little more protective. Mm-hmm. Maybe she's trying. We don't know that, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you have so much money, all that power, he's probably I don't care what you think. I'm the moneymaker here.
All right, so let's get real. This weekend is the Grammys.
The Grammys.
Ow, ow, ow. And it is airing, yes, this Sunday at 8 p.m. Also, Toronto-based rapper Drake, he is nominated for a couple Grammys. So let's take a look at what those are. Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Song, Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here, you know what I'm saying? And Best Rap Album, Nothing Was the Same. Is he gonna win?
You know what? Let's just... poor Drizzy, man. Does he ever win anything? I feel like he never does. Doesn't get the recognition he deserves. But you know what? I think he has a new gig for him. Or he could have another one.
What's that?
Okay. He could be our local weatherman.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so if you guys were on social media last night, there was a new website circulating called DrakeWeather.com. So basically, the homepage is a cartooned image of Drake from the album cover, Nothing Was the Same. And in the bottom corner, it has the weather of the city you're from. Okay,
all right.
Isn't that insane? So now, guess what you can say? Now you can say, yeah, Drake told me it was -20 today.
Oh my gosh, I kind of love it.
I love it too. It's the best thing ever. It's fantastic. So there you go, Drake. I think you should be the weatherman.
All right, and so can you tell me who's popping by the city? Oh, right, okay. Oh, I'm going to tell you, actually. It is Jay-Z. Jay-Z is going to be popping by the city on Monday, and why am I so excited?
Why are you so excited? Just tell everyone.
I'm going to be going to see him on Monday, actually. So I'll tell you all about that next week, about how it went down. But basically, okay, here's the thing, though. He is performing at the Grammys on Sunday, and then he's literally... I can only imagine teleporting at this point, because we all know Grammys, parties, crazy stuff all night into the morning. And then the next day, he literally has to just teleport to Toronto to do his show that night. So,
That's what happens when you have all the monies.
Yeah, he's got the dollars. So I think he can make something like that happen. And yeah, so he's going to be in Toronto for the next stop on his Magna Carta tour, which is on Monday at the ACC. And also, we're kind of hoping, because, there is speculation that maybe him and his girl, his lady, his
Beyonce.
woman, Beyonce, or known as Beyonce, will be performing. They are going to be confirmed to be performing at the Grammys, but we don't know if they're going to be doing it together. And we can only hope and pray.
We're just praying. I hope it happens.
I'm really hoping that, you know, I vision this, like, Beyonce comes out, she does Drunken Love, and then all of a sudden Jay-Z just ambushes and says, like, you know, just gives
and
it
then,
all.
you know, I think, and like Blue Ivy should just come in there in the mix too. The whole family affair. Just like, there we go.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So yeah, definitely tune in to the Grammys on Sunday at 8 p.m. All right, so we are very excited to have our first guest here for Pop In for Pop Culture. His name is Benjamin Reyes, and he is a First Images art student at Ryerson. He entered a short film called Fashion Fades to Elle Canada's film competition. As a part of the award, he got to go to Whistler Film Festival, where they screened his film and got to rub shoulders with some of the industry's best. And now you can find him in February's issue of Elle Canada. Thanks for joining us, Benjamin.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, tell me, what was the film all about?
I guess originally the contest outline was just to make a short film that revolves around style in some way. So we wanted to do kind of a boy meets girl story that involves fashion, but shows that ultimately style kind of relates back to personality and character.
So, I mean, did you have any idea that you would actually win the competition?
No, not at all. It was really shocking when I found out.
And tell us a little bit about going to the Whistler Film Festival.
It was really cool. Obviously, the location lends itself really nicely to have a film festival there. It's a really cool environment. It's still, I think, a pretty young festival as far as film festivals go, but I think it's gaining a lot of momentum really quickly. So it's a really cool atmosphere there, for sure.
So you were mentioning before the show that your ultimate goal, I would say, is that you want to be a Hollywood movie producer, director.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, far off in the future. That's kind of the big dream, ultimately. Not necessarily like a big role like director, producer, but even just to be a part of some kind of Hollywood production would be really cool.
Absolutely.
Is there anyone you'd like to work with?
Yeah, well, tons of people, really. I guess recently, one of the movies that I saw was Her. It would be really cool to work with Spike Jonze.
Joaquin Phoenix, so good.
Yeah.
And, I mean, with the Oscars coming up and everything, we wanted to know who's your pick for, like, taking it all home. Who do you think will win the most Oscars?
I saw 12 Years a Slave when I was here at TIFF, and I still think that would maybe hold up for me as the best picture of the year.
So you think that's going to take it all home? Do you have any other people that or movies that you think will also take home some awards at the Oscars?
Wolf of Wall Street's certainly up for a lot. I think that'll probably take home quite a bit. There's really such a big variety of films that came out this year, and they're all kind of very unique in their own way. So I don't know that really any film is going to take every category home. I think it's going to probably be a mixed bag, so to speak.
And maybe in 10 to 15 years, you'll be taking one home.
You might be one of the nominees. We'll see you there. And we'll be like, we interviewed that guy.
Well, thank you for being our first guest for Pop In for Pop Culture. We're really excited that you were able to join us today.
And yeah, thank you for popping by.
Yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure.
All right, so that is a wrap for today.
Stay tuned for some stories that are coming up in the Arts and Life section of the Ryersonian. You can check that out at ryersonian.ca. We have a story about a professor at Ryerson that is using video games to teach her students.
That is crazy. Like, what class is this? I want to check that out. Also, stay tuned for great coverage on Toronto Design Week.
Thank you for popping by for the first episode of Pop In for Pop Culture. See you next week.
Woo!